The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that... And a header! Vieira. De Rossi. Maldini. More and more pressure on the ball here. To Pepe. And here's Rui Costa. Thiago. And he's had it nicked away. Cafu. And it's Pepe. Guardiola. Vieira. Guardiola. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Baresi. Thiago, looking to play him in. No, that's been intercepted. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes, so...
Oh, a gilt-edged chance! Thiago was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Baresi. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish right from the top draw. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Oh, that was breathtaking. He'll never hit another as well in his whole career.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. De Rossi powering forward here. Oh, the ball's... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Cruyff touches it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
And it's Thiago, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Baresi. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. It's a searching pass. Oh, delightful ball.
Cuaba really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Just about within shooting range. Oh, good-looking ball. Thiago, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. Oh, that's fabulous.
Penang definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Van Dijk. For Olise. And it's Van Dijk. And here's Pedri. It's Dembele! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on. Oh, what has happened here? And this is Dembele. He's having a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. But he's left disappointed.
Dembele certainly got the pace he wanted on that, but not the all-important bend.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Nuno Mendes. Oh, well measured. And that's a simple one for the keeper. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Pepe. Vieira. Now it's Cruyff. Maldini. Cruyff is herring after that one. Olise wants to run onto this. Oh, well played. Cruyff plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Cruyff. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Pedri. Maldini. And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Cuiabá unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So off we go again.
Cuiabá can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Olise. Great vision. That has ended up in no man's land. Guardiola. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Cruyff. Shot a goal! Johan Cruyff, unequalled in the history of our beautiful game. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Not sure whether that was anticipation or communication, Peter, but he made it look like a doddle.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different...
Goes for the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner.
Cuiabá clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Cruyff had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. And that is out of play. Silvestre does well to get it back. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Almost an hour gone. Silvestre was in no mood for any of that. And it's Dembele. Olise. Well read, nice interception. Not the most accurate pass. Nuno Mendes. Thiago. And the counter is on.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Cruyff. Pedri. Silvestre. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's a loose ball. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Corner number 2 then. That's an excellent interception. Oh, that's an own goal!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And this is Cruyff. Shot, surely! He lifts the roof! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Pete...
Boyan! And how good was that? He's got himself an absolute peach.
Rui Costa really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. Penang clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Can he finish? Goal! Do not write them off. Back they come. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And now he has two. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's found a way through. Park Ji-sung is always looking to play quality balls, and they can counter here. It's a goal kick. Maldini picks it up from the goal kick. Park Ji-sung. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Messi. And it's Pedri. Olise.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Cruyff.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Cruyff.
That's going in strongly.
And this is Thiago. He's picked his way through. And after a brief check, the referee blows his whistle. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat encounter, and importantly, it offered the right result.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I feel like bowing here because it's him. He's simply the greatest of them all, the inspiration for so many top-class defenders.
Oh, it's a nice idea. He's having a shot! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Kashiwa Resol with the corner, there first. Neymar! No, not the best of headers. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Olise. Knocks it into space.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And this is Rui Costa. Getting up there! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And he's had it nicked away. Baresi. And it's Salah. Rui Costa. Pedri. Rui Costa. And the shot! That's a super give and go. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Dembele. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Neymar. Wriggles his way through. Hernandez. Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Alexander-Arnold does well to get it back. And here's Shevchenko. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card. That was mighty close. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Shoots! Oh, he hit that sweetly. Alexander-Arnold attempts a clearance. Kashiwa Resol have the chance to go the other way. And it's Neymar. Rui Costa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And that is a little undercooked. Rijkaard. Alexander-Arnold. And this is Mohamed Salah. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, nice touch. Kashiwa Resol do have a chance to counter here. McAllister. Looking to play him in. And Shevchenko! They've scored! And there is your opener. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's McAllister. Messi. Gerrard! Yes! And they're threatening to fly away here. Gerrard at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Kashiwa Resol find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi is onto it in a flash. McAllister, he's through here. Oh, good effort! And a neat finish! They are purring, truly purring! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And now he has two. Cuiabá choosing to make the first change. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And this is Messi. He is through here. And the finish! And that's a tidy finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Kashiwa Resol are having a ball here. Rijkaard going forward. Cuiabá making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. He's got away. And he skips past his man. Cross to the back post. And a header! Oh, terrific save. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory. And it's only half-time. Astonishing. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Informamos que o circuito interno de imagens está em operação para sua segurança.
So we're underway for the second half. Cuiabá not having the rub of the green at the moment. They are trailing. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Crosses it in. Ribery. Played out to the left flank.
Kashiwa Reysol have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Now it's Messi. He's in a great position here. Alexander, he's rising! And he seemed certain to get the sixth. Silvestre. Ribery. Great ball if he can get there. And Martinez! And it's in!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Now it's Bojan. Gerrard. And it's Neymar.
Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment, at least.
Neymar. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, there was plenty on that.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Maldini. 60 minutes played. And it's Rijkaard, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Cuiabá do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. A quick look, thought about cutting inside, flings in across. Tries to get it clear. Oh, it's come loose. Messi proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
There's the shot! And no mistake. How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Kashiwa Reysol are at the peak of their powers. Oh, good climb! Against the crossbar! Oh, what has happened here? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Baresi. Now it's Martinez. He's looking wide. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, well played. Alexander-Arnold. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now it's Neymar. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. McAllister, and the counter is on. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Threads one in, and he's intervened well there. Rijkaard. Baresi. Gerrard. Now it's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bojan. Now it's Martinez. Now it's Neymar. And he's well positioned here. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And it's Salah. Bastoni cuts it out. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Impressive jump! Pulled out the best in the keeper. He's having a hit! He's put his foot right through that one. Maldini. Now it's Martinez. Baresi. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Messi has found the net here, of course. He's shifting through the gears here. Alexander-Arnold finding himself in space. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Yamal coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's...
That's the end. Cuiabá have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one out. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure.
It's Totti! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Cuiabá clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Thuram gets over and intercepts. Can he get it through? Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's all alone. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now it's Puskás. Knocks it into space. Look where it came. Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And he's worked it through, and he's managed to get free. Baresi. Cuiabá, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Quarter of an hour played. Olise. Martinez! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Cuiabá with the corner, there first. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. That is a brilliant interception. Puskás conjures time and space where few can. And he's in on goal.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Martinez. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Tries to play it through, and he plays one through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Mohamed Salah. Well read, nice interception. Bergomi. And they can counter here. Well, the ball just didn't work out. Oh no, what has happened here? Great vision. And he shoots! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. And this is Mohamed Salah. Just eases him off the ball. Cruyff. Adriano. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run. Oh, super find. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Martinez. Puskás. Driving on and making good progress. They get a throw in. Oh, well played, well played. Martinez. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And they win it back again.
Cuiabá certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Romario stood his ground strongly. Park Ji-sung, pass somewhat off target. And this, it's Adriano! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Puskás gets flagged offside. Muscular approach does pay off here. Look at the space here. Baresi. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Cuiabá coming at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And we get things going again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Romario gets into a good position. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Cuiabá come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Adriano receives it in a good position here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Silvestre with the foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
And it's Xavi. Park Ji-sung gets a foot in here. Martinez. Oh, well measured. He has found the way through. And the shot! And no mistake. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Cuiabá restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now it's Bojan. Can he spark a counter here? Thuram calmly anticipates. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's quick to return it.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Cuiabá do have a chance to counter here. Martinez.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
That's a cute ball. Baresi. And here's Lautaro Martinez. A corner it is then. Corner number 2 then. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Silvestre cuts it out. Cruyff looking to add to his goal, and that's gone loose. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And this is from Mario. That has been cut short. Cuiabá are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Olise. Rui Costa. Dembele. Oh, well played. Xavi. Maldini does well to get it back. That has not gone well. Half an hour gone in the second half. Totti, looking for a runner. He's through here. And this is Puskás. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? Adriano finds himself offside.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. And it's Bojan. This is a promising build-up. Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And this is Messi. He's found a way past. And this is real chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
That has ended up in no man's land. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now it's Dani Olmo.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Nicely weighted ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. He's picked his way through.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Oh, it's Dembele. He can run onto that. They're urging him to shoot. He's having a shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the... And the referee brings it to a close. Cuiabá have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Dembele claiming the man of the match. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. He is Mikhail Silvestre.
His game was all about versatility and durability.
Can he finish? It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Koundé calmly anticipates. Yamal. And the counter is on. And he's being shifted off it. And here's Elise. Rashford. Kukçu. And here's Elise. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, good spread. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Rui Costa. Kukçu. Elise receives it in a good position. He's going for goal! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
It's their second corner of the game. Turkey are looking to go forward now. And this is Lewandowski. Quarter of an hour played. Rashford. Kukçu. Elise gets flagged offside. Kuyaba currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Ribéry! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Ribéry really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Ribéry. And here's Kukçu.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Rashford going face-to-face with his great rival, pinches it off him. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That has not gone well. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Silvestre cuts it out. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rashford gets into a good position. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Ribery. Now, what about a counter-attack? Turkey are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in your team and someone who can dictate the tempo.
Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Elise. Ribery. And it's Rui Costa. Always onto this. Kirkchu. Cuiabá have a free kick. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Rui Costa! Cleared without hesitation. Rashford. That's really well manoeuvred. That's destined for the flank. Silvestre gets across to intercept that. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Olise. Kirkchu. Another pass just keeps it. It's Dembele! And that's a sharp finish. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Cuiabá are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Looking for the run, pass somewhat off target. It's a searching pass. And it's half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Cuiabá looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Oh, that's fabulous. Ball swung in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Kirkchu. Played out towards the right wing. Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Pedri. De Jong. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Olise. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Gabriel spots it and intercepts. That's a good ball out wide. Yamal in acres of space out wide. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! He's got a goal! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Olise, and it's Kirkchu. It's a pretty loose pass. Played out to the left flank. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Silvestre. He's found space here. Olise is onto this. Rashford. Can he spark a counter here? That is good alertness. Looking for a runner. Not the most accurate pass. Rui Costa. Gabriel cuts out the pass. Olise being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He is through here! Ball's gone out of play.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 22. Vai ser substituído.
So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, decent chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Rui Costa. And the return pass. And this is Dembele. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Cuiabá still have the cards to affect this game. Pedri goes looking wide. Rashford will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Lewandowski! Rui Costa. Ribéry. Oh, nicely intercepted. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Baresi. Spread to the right. Nice control. Plays it across. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 5. Camisa 17. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18. Camisa 10.
So their fourth corner of the game. Martinez! And that really should have been that.
Martinez has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Martinelli. He has found the way through. Turkey have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. And now they can spring out of defence. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a good ball. Vlahovic! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
All hands on deck for this one. Hazard with the short one. And this is Messi. Picked out brilliantly.
Turkey really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Well read, and the danger is averted.
Martinez.
Now it's Martinez. Well, that is one way to stop him. Pedri has been caught there, it's a foul. Now it's Martinelli. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Messi. Maldini is the guilty party there. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that. Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
There was plenty of power on that. And time is up. Cuiabá have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal, ultimate. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. He is Mikhail Silvestre.
His game was all about versatility and durability, Peter. An astute defender in the middle, a fine ball carrier with a good engine, went out...
Olise! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Dembele. Now this could be a chance. It's Dembele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Besiktas have the chance to go the other way. Played into space. Now it's Olise. Messi. Baresi. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Nicely shaped ball. And he's decided to go for it. Magnificent! He's got himself an absolute peach. Besiktas take the lead. Oh, did he not thump that? Did he not thump that?
That's a great hit, but you've got to question why the defence didn't do a better job in trying to close it down.
Cuiabá finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Olise. Martinez. And it's Rui Costa. Baresi. Some intricate passing looking... Martinez! Oh, good-looking ball. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. He's on it, Martinez! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Martinez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, good effort! Not a bad try by any means.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And here's Dembele.
Cuiabá are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now it's Eto'o. Marquinhos. He's found a way through. Floated through.
Olise clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Ronaldinho. And it's Dembele. Spread it left.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and...
He's rising!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, now he can run away with it. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Dembele. Ronaldinho running with the ball. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Pass somewhat off target. Ronaldinho, spread out to the left. Silvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Besiktas are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Threads one in, well read, and the danger is averted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Rijkaard. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Martinez! And Martinez! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Cuiabá have their third corner. Dembele! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Baresi tries to pass it through. And here's Elise, looking for options for moves. Hits a shot! And again, it's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Maldini herring. And the whistle goes for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline.
Esse jogo é muito mentiroso.
Olise clearly saw the chance to shoot, and why not? Well, that looks a decent ball. Rui Costa. And the finish! They've got to be quick to recover this. And they're quick to get it back. Guardiola. Ronaldinho. And here's Elise. Now there's a find. And the shot! Oh, good finish. Just as they wanted it. Just when they wanted it. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Just one in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Eto'o.
Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment, at least.
Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 18.
Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
Para a entrada do jogador, camisa 27.
Oh, that's a waste.
A bit greedy, that, and he might receive some flack.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's come to nothing. And he's been shifted off it. Pressure coming in from all directions. Ronaldinho is fouled. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Lacking in accuracy.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Cafu is there and he can pick it up. Baresi. Cuiabá, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And it's Bojan. Oh, that's superb. Right card! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now, can they get him away? Dembele. Silvestre wins the duel this time. Dembele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Dembele. Olise. Besiktas can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And he's let fly. He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Tries from distance. Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Eto'o has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 14, camisa 17.
So we have movement on both benches. Quality ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Pete.
Good effort from distance. And how did he not put that away?
Maldini really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Vitinha. Cute ball now. It's Bale! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, this could be it, or something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. And it's Kukçu. Can he get it through? And this is Bojan.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
It's a promising position. Shot at goal! And that's a good-looking ball. Okazaki. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
Teremos 6 minutos de acréscimo.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now it's Bale. He's gone for goal! And the keeper read that really well. And it's Kukçu. And there goes the final whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal.
VLWMN, bom jogo kkkk.
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Many thanks to Jim, and with
Valeu,
that,
tamo
it is a
junto.
very good night to you.
Boa Lívia. Vlo.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. So off we go then. Well, terms like genius and legend are often used, overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. Chance! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
That pass isn't the best. And here's Dembele. Dembele. Costa Curta deals with that comfortably. Borussia Dortmund do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Neymar. And the pass is intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Olise. Oh, that's well spotted. He's shifting through the gears here. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Nice physical challenge. Now it's Dembele. And he was alert to it. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Zanetti. Can he finish? And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Lampard. Lampard, Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Rui Costa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Dembele. No goals as yet. And here's Neymar. Zanetti receives it in a wide position. Drives it in. Terrific effort! Oh, it's hit the post! Baresi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
To Maldini. What a throw in. Salah. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Van Bouten, and he's there to make the challenge. And this is Dembele. Oh, well played, well played.
Borussia Dortmund definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure...
Bullish header! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Borussia Dortmund really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Silvestre promptly onto that, and that is that. Rui Costa is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Ronaldinho. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Bergkamp. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Dembele. That ball looks a good one. Dembele showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Mohamed Salah. Dembele. Ronaldinho. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's clever. This looks promising. Nice. There's the header! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Mohamed Salah. Now it's Martinez. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. And the finish! Oh, super goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are purring, truly purring. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Borussia Dortmund are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Silvestre. And he's quick to return it. Dembele. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And it's half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Now it's Martinez. Costa Curta gets across to intercept that. He's picked his way through. It's Rui Costa! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Bergkamp. He has found the way through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, what has happened here? And he welcomes it in.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
That is ended up in no man's land. Tries to pass it through. Shot a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Pressure, what pressure? He feels... And the shot! Lampard, renowned for his long-range shooting. And here's he's having a shot! Keeper's got his work done.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Silvestre. Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Olise was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. The message is clear, none shall pass. Lampard. Ronaldinho! It's bounced back off the post. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.